How's it going, Rob with 3 Strong? Have you ever done squats or lunges or any lower body work and you get a little pain across the front of your knee? Well, I'm no doctor and I'm not trying to diagnose, but one of the things that it may be, and this is usually my first plan of attack, if there's any sort of pain in the front of the knee, right across the kneecap, your quads could be tight. And what happens is that quad muscle stretches obviously from the hip across the knee, but this tendon crosses over the kneecap, patella. And if these muscles in your quads are tight because of lack of massage, lack of stretching, a lot of training, and not a lot of recovery and kind of that maintenance work, that they can just be chronically tight, and then that will pull on that kneecap. And whenever you do any sort of exercise movement like a squat or lunge, you are tightening up an already tight muscle, and that is really putting a lot of pressure on that knee joint. I've actually seen it recently with some of my clients, and we stretched, and guess what? The knee pain was alleviated. So I'm going to show you a great quad stretch to really attack the quad, the full length of the quad. And this is something that you don't even need a bench for. I'm doing it in the gym, but you can do this at home. This could be the edge of your couch, the edge of a chair, something like that. So you need one of those. You need something to put your foot up on, but you also need some sort of pad, either a yoga mat, a pillow will work great, something nice and soft because your knee will be on the ground. All right, so here's the stretch. You're going to get set up on all fours. Whatever leg you want to stretch, that foot is going to be placed on top of that chair, bench, whatever you have, and then you're going to shift your knee underneath so the shin is close to vertical. You don't have to get it perfectly vertical, but close to vertical. From here, you're going to lunge forward. This, for some people, just getting that foot forward is already a big stretch. This lets you know that your hips are incredibly tight. From here, this is where the fun happens. You're going to push yourself up. Once you do that, you're going to feel an incredible stretch across the hip. Notice if I arch my back, I'm not getting that hip flexor stretch. I want to squeeze my butt, so this hip is going to push forward. I'm going to squeeze my butt. Oh, really feeling a big stretch right across the hip there. Okay? So that attacks the quad from the hip and the knee. So this is your basic quad stretch. If you were to grab it and pull your foot back towards your butt, that gets your basic quad stretch. But because I'm in this kneeling position, I'm really getting the stretch also across the full length. So across the knee and across the hip joint. And I'm feeling that stretch way up here as well. And so I can use my other leg to push myself up. If this is a little bit too much, and that vertical shin is fairly drastic, if you're a little bit tighter, then just move your knee forward, and notice I don't have as much bend in my knee. And this position, this upright position, is really where I want to be getting a good stretch across that hip. To even get more of the hip, I can reach up. Woo-hoo, that feels good. And so just sit there, again, 45 seconds to a minute, minute and a half, just relax. If you are doing this in your living room and you're watching TV, hey, that's the perfect time to do. You can just zone out, watch TV, and stretch at the same time. Twofer, win-win, okay? So if you are having that little knee pain, or if you just want to relax your quads, you want to stretch out, if they're a little bit tight after workout, give that kneeling quad stretch a shot. See you tomorrow.